evening, everybody. Welcome to day 8 of the Diamine Inkvent Calendar for 2025. Today is December 8th. Be warned, spoilers are ahead. We are going to open up day 8 and take a look at this ink. So let's get started. I'm encouraged that this is going to be better than yesterday's already. This is what looks to be a purple ink called Dreamcatcher, and it's an extreme sheen. Ooh, I love a ink with nice characteristics like that. I'm a big fan of a shimmer and a sheen this year. I started off my inky adventures just about this time last year with fairly standard offerings, using fine and extra fine nibs only, with standard inks in a range of colors, but not a whole lot of sparkle or sheen. This year I really started to dip my toe into that, using broader nibs and funkier inks, and I've really been enjoying myself. I use them mostly to do headers and supplement drawings and stuff like that, so stuff like this is right up my alley. Without further ado, let's check it out. Extreme sheeners tend to be inks that show off in chromatography really well. I'm not even sure if that's the right word. If anybody knows if what I'm doing right now with this paper towel is actually called chromatography, that'd be awesome to share. But if you drop some ink down on a piece of absorbent paper like this, you will see after you let it sit for a while that the ink starts to separate out, and you'll start to see some different characteristics bloom from the edge of the ink. It's really interesting to see what happens. Now on the kitchen roll, that looks quite dark, so let's see what happens when we write with it. This is my Dominant Industry glass nib ink muddler. Oh my. Check out the color of that ink when you dilute it down. That is a vibrant blue. On the page here, this looks so dark, it's almost a purple, almost a black. And when you hold it up to the light, it catches a really stunning, vibrant purple sheen. Let's take a look and see some larger swatches. You can really get a feel for it then. I'm going to give these larger swatches a chance to dry, but I'm thoroughly delighted by what I'm seeing so far. This is so nice to see after the disappointment I felt yesterday. This ink is so richly saturated. I have now cleaned off 3 tools in this water, and look how vibrant that color is. It's like the color that you would see in the Mediterranean. Just stunning. Let's see what a drop of this would look like on tissue as opposed to kitchen towel. For science. just let that sit over there because I'm not getting a whole lot of color spread down here. Maybe I'm doing this whole chromatology. I'm not sure what you call it. Maybe I'm doing this wrong because I'm not getting a whole lot of spread. One final test. We're going to test this out in my Hobonichi that is filled with the, quote, Bad Batch Tomoe River Sansen. I'm using an old page from the front of the book to log all of these daily entries. The thing with extreme sheens, I find, they take a really long time to dry. And some of them, it's claimed, never fully dry. I've gotten a couple of those inks. I've heard that said about KWZ Sheen Machine. I've heard that about Angelfish from Birmingham Pen Co. I've not had that problem. It's dried just fine. It's taken a little longer than normal. Like I'll leave my Hobonichi open at the end of the day so it can dry overnight, but it does dry, so I'm not entirely sure about that, but I do know they take a little bit longer to dry, so just be prepared for that if you want to use these. And while obviously you can see the sheen when using something that's got a fine nib, it shows up better in something with a much broader nib. You can see some massive monster sheen. And obviously when you're putting down a puddle of ink, it's going to show up a little bit more. I mean, that ink looks bruised. It's just so beautiful. So just be prepared for that if you want to use that. So yeah, these are not really doing anything. I think I'm pretty much going to stop doing that part because I'm doing it wrong, clearly. Maybe I'll do some research and see what it is I'm doing wrong. In the meantime, let's check out to see if there's any bleed through. Not a drop of bleed through on my Col-O-Ring cards, as expected. These things are champs. In my Midori paper cream notebook with the light teal grid, just one little drop of bleed through on one of those circles that I was drawing. And it's basically at the top of the circle where I overlapped multiple times. But one little drop is not that horrible in the grand scheme of things. Now, this Hobonichi, let's check this out. Yep. Bleed through at the beginning of the sentence and where I put down the little swatch, as to be expected, because here and here is where I have the most ink showing up. So it's going to have the most opportunity to bleed through. Not surprised. I love my Hobonichi. I really hope that the 2026 paper issue has been solved. In the test that I did, it seems to have been, but we shall see. All right, that wraps it up for day 8. I hope you've been enjoying these. I haven't gotten too much feedback with suggestions on what you guys would like to see me do or talk about, and I'm really open to that, so I would love it if I could get a comment or two from anybody who's watching, just to let me know I'm on the right path. I'm complete novice at all of this, so I am wildly open to suggestions and pretty desperate for some interaction. So if you could give this comment or this video some love and some interaction with a comment or a forward, that'd be great. And if you've enjoyed this, subscribing to my channel would also be welcome. And as always, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Have a great day.